Hi, welcome to another screencast with Mr. Greenewalt. Today we're going to talk about minerals. I have 3 minerals sitting in front of me. Well, what are minerals? You're going to find out today. First of all, minerals shape our crust. So the entire crust is made up of rocks, and rocks are made of minerals. The first of 5 characteristics that you'll need to know is that a mineral is solid. It can only be a solid. If it's a gas or a liquid, then it can't be a mineral. The reason is because solids have definite shapes and volumes. Unlike liquids, which I have water in this cube-shaped container, here I have a cylindrical shaped container. If I pour from the cubic shape into the cylindrical shape, wouldn't you know it, it takes on a cylindrical shape. Now a gas, on the other hand, can expand and contract very easily. Thus, it cannot be a mineral. Here I have a balloon, here I have a bucket of ice water. Now, if you'll notice, the top of the balloon doesn't have a whole lot of room, right? So the way we're going to know if this shrinks as I dunk it in cold water, and I'll take a little bit of time to do so, is that the balloon will shrink in size. So I'm going to go ahead and submerge this. Now, what I'll say while we're watching this, well, not watching it, but waiting for it to shrink up, is that we can use the density of a solid to identify it as a particular substance. For instance, gold has a density of approximately 19.3. And if we calculate a substance, like if I wanted to know if this is gold, which obviously it's not, if I calculated a density to be much less than 19.3, well, then it ain't gold. So now this gas that we see here, it's again a little hard to notice on the screen, but we've got a lot more room in the balloon now. So the balloon did actually shrink. I know, again, a little bit difficult to tell on the video, but take my word for it. The next 2 characteristics, it must be inorganic and naturally occurring. Those are not the same thing. Now remember that a rock must be formed by natural processes. So for instance, let's see, I've got several things here. The plastic that makes this remote, not a mineral. I've got this interesting little mineral looking item. This is called bismuth. Yeah, pretty crystal-like. Now bismuth is a natural mineral, but this particular one was grown in a lab, so it can't be a mineral. Now many times we confuse natural and organic. Now remember, organic means to have been living or formed through life processes. So this shell right here that you might find on the beach, this is organic. Again, it was produced by a living organism, so it can't be a mineral. Right here, I have a lump of coal brought to me by Santa when I was a little kid. Bad boy right here. Anyway, so this coal can't be a mineral because it's made from plants. Plants get compressed, they chemically react with the heat that's brought on by the compression, and then it turns into a rock, but not a mineral because it is, in fact, organic. So again, if it's made in a lab, it can't be a mineral, and so therefore there are industrial diamonds that are made in a lab to make drill bits and saw blades sharper, thus those can't be minerals. Then the last 2 characteristics is that they must be a definite crystal structure and they must have a specific chemical composition. So minerals are made of crystals. Here's one example. This is a nice crystal of quartz. I would imagine if you think of a crystal, this is about what you think in your head. If you look at it edge on, you'll notice that it has 6 sides. Let's see if I can get the angle. There it is. Now if we look at another type of, another crystal of quartz, you'll see this takes on a very similar shape. If you look at it edge on, again, if you can see it pretty well, this too has 6 sides. It's a hexagonal shaped crystal. And then the third, quartz, again, looks very similar to the other ones that I've shown you. And once again, look at it edge on, and again, we have a 6-sided crystal. There are other shapes, like we have this one, looks like a rhombus that was not cut by humans. Again, a natural crystal shape. You see another one right here, okay? Also, salt. This is just salt. Salt comes in a cubic shape. If you look at the little crystals of salt from your table, you'll notice they come in the same shape. And that's the example that we have right here, a definite crystal structure. And then if we talk about a definite chemical composition, all right, it must have the same combination of elements in every single one. So for instance, diamond is just made of carbon. That's a specific chemical composition. Again, these crystals of quartz are made up of this molecule right here, SiO4. That's called a silicate molecule. So every single sample of quartz, which these are 2 examples of a different type of quartz, even though these are pink, they still have SiO4, this particular molecule. This quartz right here that's more crystal-like also has where is it? There we go, SiO4. So that's a specific chemical composition. And there you have it. That's what makes a mineral a mineral.